show many times before. We're always excited to have him. Please welcome back Dr. Jorge Rodriguez. And I'm glad we're talking about this because most people think heartburn and they think, I just have to take medicine. I'll just take medicine. But that is not always the answer.
No, as a matter of fact, it's something that could be pretty harmful to people. These medicines work, and if you read the medications, they're only supposed to be taken for a short period of time to relieve, the inflammation. If you have true esophagitis or an ulcer, you're supposed to take them only for 6 to 8 weeks max. So people that overuse these medications have a higher incidence of anemia, of osteoporosis, and of hip fractures. That's been proven.
So walk us through this animation, Dr. Rodriguez, of what we're dealing with GERD.
All right, so here we have somebody that's eating some unidentified food, and it's going down into the stomach. The natural response when it hits the stomach is for acid to be made, right? So there it is. It hits the green acid and bile. It gets dissolved. If you eat too much or if you don't wait before you lie down, the acid will come up, sometimes all the way to your vocal cords. Sometimes it can come down into your lungs and give you asthma. But there's one part of the esophagus, the lower part right there, that is constantly barraged with acid if you have reflux. And that can turn into precancerous or cancer of the esophagus. So
that burning sensation, if you're having it each and every day, that is literally acid eating away your tissue.
Absolutely.
But Dr. Jorge, you have some simple ways to stop heartburn without relying on those pills.
Sure, and you
right?
may have heard them all, but these are not difficult to do. The first thing is let gravity work for you, which means don't go to bed or lie down right after you eat. And if you do go to bed, prop the bed up. I don't mean just put a pillow so that it bends your neck. That's not doing it. So put something under the bed, put it at an angle. Number 2, portion size.
Hello.
All right? It looks great,
Man,
but it's not great for you.
What is that?
That's like a multi-layered,
super duper.
quadruple.
That's 8
meal ever.
patties.
Wow.
No, that's not good for you.
Yeah.
Remember this rule of thumb: if you eat too much, your stomach will expand, your esophageal sphincter will open up, it'll be easy for things. All right, what this means is you can have alcohol in moderation. Don't drink a lot during your meals. Drink either before or after. You don't want the meal size to be too much. So chew your food. Your grandmother was right. You want it to be, this is where digestion begins. Chew it so that it'll be emptying out of your stomach a lot more quickly instead of whole chunks. All right, admit if you're overweight, that you're overweight. Loosen your belt. The same thing as with, if you have a lot of things pressing on you, you're going to get reflux. Try to eat like this. That's what you're doing. Try to sit up straight. Again, let gravity be your friend. That's ladies. That's great. They're quick learners. It'll go down as opposed to being cinched at the waist. All right? Take your time to eat. Europeans have only 6% heartburn as opposed to Americans at like 40 or 50 because the meal is a bigger production. You take a lot longer in eating. All right? And then this one, all right, is again, don't get hunched over. I mean, I did a bike ride once right after like 100 miles after lunch. I thought I was going to die because you're in that position. So not a good thing to do. Late night eating. Right? It's bad for you. Why? Because you make your acid a couple of hours after you eat. And again, you're lying down soon after that. Do something active after you eat. Again, let me go back to older cultures. Usually after meals, they take a stroll, they walk around, spend time with your kids. Don't go straight to the couch and watch TV. All right, don't forget to remember. So what that means, cut the stress down a little bit in your life. The more stress, a little bit more acid is formed. Alcohol, you can have small sips, not large amounts. Nicotine and cigarettes is one of the worst things you can do for reflux. It increases acid. It opens up the gates. It's really easy for reflux to come out.
And what's great about your solutions is they're not just good for reflux, they're good for overall health.